long-awaited decision.
This means everything to the Four Seasons Curling Club.
Turns a local destination into a training site for Olympic athletes. Plus, honoring cancer survivors and those who've lost the battle to the disease. And Coon Rapids citizens gathered for the first neighborhood meeting of the summer. But first,
it's a safe place for animals to go to in a time of need.
A new disaster trailer in Anoka County to help pet owners in their time of need. That tops CTN News this Friday, June 26, 2015. Thanks for joining us. When disaster strikes, county emergency managers are prepared to help large groups of people find housing, food, and other resources to move forward.
But many haven't been able to care for our four-legged family members. CTN's Joe Nelson has more on a recent donation that will help families with pets following tornadoes, fires, and floods.
People don't like to leave their pets behind.
Hurricane Katrina killed more than 1,800 people along the Gulf Coast in 2005. It also brought a new awareness of how loyalty to pets can prevent rescues.
Katrina, a lot of people would not leave their homes because of their pets. And with that, there was fatalities with both the animal and the human. So if people know your dog is safe, they're more apt to evacuate.
A federal law enacted in 2006 requires local government to prepare to care for pets during disasters. The American Kennel Club found a way to help. It offered local chapters trailers to respond to emergencies, but they would have to raise about $20,000 to get one. After a year of contacting the pet-owning public, the Anoka County, Minnesota Kennel Club, along with single-breed clubs, reached their goal, seeing the trailer displayed at the Solstice Dog Show in Cambridge.
We're glad it's here, and we're glad that Anoka County was so open and welcome to have it.
This is the first in Minnesota, nothing in North, South Dakota, Iowa, or Wisconsin.
The club donated the pet disaster relief trailer to Anoka County, who will maintain and stock it with help from federal grants. It holds kennels, cat litter, water bowls, a generator, microchips, and cleaning supplies.
All those things need to come together to make sure that we run an efficient shelter, not just for humans, but for also additional pets.
Emergency Management Director Terry Stoltzman says the trailer will respond when multiple animals need to be cared for. It's already been put to use after a gas line hit in Anoka.
There was actually 3 or 4 pets that were evacuated as part of that evacuation of 70 people. We went and got some bowls for water for those pets. We always think about life safety being human, but if people don't want to leave because of their pet, it's still a life safety issue. We have to come up with that solution, and the solution is behind me.
Stoltzman says the trailer can be sent anywhere in the upper Midwest and can care for dogs, cats, birds, rodents, rabbits, and turtles. Steve and Karen.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Good to have one. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. The city kicked off the annual Summer in the City neighborhood meetings this week. On Tuesday night, dozens of residents gathered at Rockslide Park to learn more about what's happening in their community. In addition to police cars, fire trucks, and public works equipment, many city departments have information booths set up. Council members also give a formal presentation packed with the latest happenings from around town.
I think it's a good idea, real good. I've gone around and talked to every one of them people at the tables to find out what everybody does and all that there, and it's been really interesting.
Well, I think this is very nice, and I can tell just by the people, and some of the people are our neighbors. They're here, and they wouldn't show up at a council meeting.
They're paying taxes to live here, and we want them to know they're getting a good value for that they have a voice in it.
If you missed this week's neighborhood meeting, 3 more are planned this summer: June 30th at Prairie Oaks Park, July 28th at Moore Park, and August 25th at the newly renovated Riverview Park. The meetings run from 6:30 to 8 p.m.
Hundreds of people camped out at the Anoka County Fairgrounds to honor cancer survivors and remember loved ones lost to the disease. Last Friday, the pathways were lined with luminaria bags and candles and lit at night to recognize those touched by cancer. Along with a silent auction, music, and games, survivors were treated to dinner. Organizers say the goal is to spread awareness of cancer research, treatments, and prevention.
I lost my husband to cancer in 2007, so we are just fighting back to help cure this disease.
Everybody has been touched by cancer in some way, and having an event like this just unites the community and makes sure that people know that they're not alone.
The Anoka event raised more than $45,000, which will go towards cancer research and preventative measures like cancer screenings. Another local Relay for Life will be taking place July 17th at Blaine High School.
Miss Coon Rapids took part in the state scholarship pageant earlier this month, and although Caitlin Ziegler didn't take home the crown, she's still a winner. Ziegler was one of 6 finalists for the $9,000 Quality of Life Scholarship and also received the Miss America Community Service Award for the work she does with homeless youth in Anoka County. She says it's an honor to represent her hometown. You can see her next week in the Coon Rapids 4th of July parade. Well, from rare warbirds to luxurious import cars, some lucky business and community leaders recently had the chance to take the ride of their lives.
CTN's Jenny Yu takes us to the Anoka County Airport for Blaine, planes, and automobiles.
Well, yeah, an Aston Martin, you can pretend you're James Bond, or a Bentley, you can think you're one of the Kardashians or something.
Kirk Fiatland with the EAA says you don't have to be a celebrity to drive one of these.
The cars are amazing because you don't get to see these every day in Coon Rapids and Blaine area.
They're really fancy.
At Blaine Planes and Automobiles, around 300 people have the opportunity to go behind the wheels of fancy cars and check out luxury planes and warbirds.
B-17, it's the most iconic aircraft other than maybe the Mustang of World War II.
I flew my 35 missions. I didn't get hurt, but I flew on 18 different B-17s.
Harold Lorson was 22 when he became a gunner on a B-17.
The last mission was on the 23rd of December, and that was my birthday. I turned 24. I was the oldest man on the crew.
He's touring the aluminum Overcast, a rare occasion since only 10 are still flying today.
It makes me really proud of what he did and what he went through in those days.
Harold's son, David Lorson, says he and his father flew on a B-17 together 10 years ago.
To be able to be inside of the airplane, take it up in the air, and be in there with him, the emotions that welled up was really phenomenal.
Some people even had the chance to fly.
That was really cool. It's a little piece of history. It's really neat to get up there and sort of get an idea what it was like for those guys back in the Second World War.
In Blaine, Jenny Yu, CTN News.
The EAA Blaine chapter will sponsor Young Eagles flights and a pancake breakfast during the Forest Lake Open House and Fly-In. That takes place August 15th. More than 3,300 bikers wheeled through the county last Saturday for the 10th annual Patriot Ride. American flags flew as motorcycles left the Anoka County Blaine Airport for a 50-mile ride past Coon Lake and the cities of Wyoming, Columbus, Lino Lakes, and Circle Pines before returning back to the airport. Proceeds from the ride, put on by Dennis Kirk, go to military members and their families through the Patriot Guard, Tribute to the Troops, and the Military Appreciation Fund.
The Four Seasons Curling Club in Blaine has added 5 rings to its facility, Olympic rings, that is. On Monday, the United States Olympic Committee designated the club as an official U.S. Olympic training site. While the club trains high-caliber Olympic athletes, it still offers programs for youth and the general public. The Four Seasons Curling Club is one of 18 Olympic training sites in the U.S. and the first ever designated in Minnesota.
We are the only designated curling facility that is a U.S. Olympic training site, and we couldn't be more thrilled. It means a lot more involvement with the community, a lot more involvement with our national governing body, USA Curling, and since we are already the National Training Center, we'll continue to host national events and more international events.
The Four Seasons Curling Club will host a community celebration in mid-August to ring in the Olympic designation. The event will include a chance for the public to learn how to curl.
The annual July 4th celebration kicks off in its new location this week. Due to renovations at Sand Creek Park, this year's festivities will be held near the Coon Rapids Ice Center. In addition to the concessions, bingo, pull tabs, and midway rides and games, the 4th of July celebration will start July 2nd with a parade along Mississippi Boulevard at 6 p.m. From 7 to 10:30, you can enjoy live classic rock music from Night Louie. On July 3rd, there'll be a car show at 5 p.m. and live country music by Copperhead Creek from 7 to 10:30. And on the 4th at 12:30 p.m., there's a beanbag tournament. The group Shag will take the stage at 7 p.m. And of course, the fireworks at 10 p.m., which we're being told will be bigger and better than ever.
All right, and of course, we're actually going to have some more coming up here in a new feature we're doing here called CTN News Spotlight. This week, we're going to have more on the whole 4th of July celebration, so stay tuned for that.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.
Hello and welcome to CTN News Spotlight. I'm Stephanie Ring. Today we're talking about the Coon Rapids Community 4th of July celebration. This event is taking place July 2nd through the 4th, and there are big changes this year. The event is moving to a new location here on the grounds of the Coon Rapids Ice Center. And to tell us more about this event is Diane Busta with the North Star Lions Club. Thanks for being here.
Hi Stephanie, thanks for having me.
First off, explain why this event needed to move from Sand Creek Park to the grounds here at the Ice Center.
Certainly. Due to the reconstruction of Sand Creek Park, we were not able to do anything down this year, so we moved up here to the Ice Center, to our new permanent home, and we're very excited to be up here and using this beautiful real estate up here.
Wonderful. Well, what can people expect if they come out to the event?
Oh gosh, we have some things are the same as they were last year. Some things are going to be a little different. The concession stand is going to have 1 or 2 new things this year for food. And of course we have our barbecued ribs and our pulled pork. The firefighters, of course, will have their bingo. We have the car show on Friday night, I believe. And the fireworks are bigger and better than ever. And we want the community to come out. This is a new location. There's lots of space to park, and we just want the community to come out, have fun. Come one night, come all 3 nights. We have bands all 3 nights, great bands. And so come on out, have something to eat and a beer, and listen to the music or just hang out, bring the kids to the carnival. We are very excited about this new venue, this new area, and we hope the whole community comes out and celebrates with us.
And of course the parade kicks off this 3-day event. Let's talk about the parade route because it is different this year, but from what I understand, there will be a lot of parking and people will probably line up early like they always do to get their spot, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm very excited about the new parade route. We're actually going to be staging at the old Cook Ice Arena site off of Mississippi. There's lots of room over there. The parade will run down Mississippi for a short time to 109th, then go to Flora and back up Mississippi and end right where it started at the old Ice Arena site. Easy in and out from 111th Avenue in Mississippi, so it's going to be great. We hope that lots and lots of people come out to watch the parade.
And of course, Coon Rapids is known for its awesome fireworks display, and you mentioned bigger and better than ever. What does that entail exactly?
Well, we're going to have more fireworks this year than we've ever had before. They'll be staged over by Anoka Ramsey Community College in that area over there. You'll be able to see those fireworks for miles. They're going to go higher than ever, more colorful, just lots more, and there's lots of space for people to sit and watch, and they can see them from all over Coon Rapids. So we hope that you'll come out and enjoy that as well. Plus we have Shag playing that night. It's a great band, so it's a good day to just hang out here at the Ice Arena and partake in our festivities.
Well, I know you and the other members of the North Star Lions Club, the Coon Rapids Fire Social Group, and of course Community Strength Foundation all partner together to make this happen. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Tim Himmer is the Director of Public Works for Coon Rapids. Thanks for being here today.
No problem, thank you.
Let's talk about what people can expect for parking control and just the overall logistics of getting to the event on July 2nd.
Sure. We've developed a plan with police and fire. So police will be highly involved in setting up some barricades. There'll be signage all along Coon Rapids Boulevard directing people to public parking, which we worked out with the community college down here. Some of the local businesses have also been gracious enough to open up some overflow parking potentially. But handicap will be right here in the Ice Arena parking lot. This is all the surface parking here is for handicap. Apparently that's been a big issue in the past. So all surface parking here in the Ice Arena will be for handicap. There is a field adjacent to this on the grass that will also be overflow for some public parking. So during the parade route on Thursday, there's going to be some significant impacts to people. If you're living along that route, and just to let people know, we will be sending out mailings to everybody down here, kind of explaining what that is. Some streets will have restricted parking on one side. Some streets will be closed altogether from 5:30 till approximately 8:30 on the night of the parade.
A complete listing of all the 4th of July activities is online at coonrapidsmn.gov. Thanks for watching CTN News Spotlight.